everybody, welcome to Two Wheels of Rainbow. As you can see, this is not my S1000RR. This is a 162 KTM 1290 Adventure, and it is a big bike and it has no fuel, so I'm just going to get some fuel on it. There now. What are you going to throw a 5 in it? Or 6? So that's it there. 1290 Super Adventure T, I believe this one is. So it doesn't, they don't make this one anymore. They make the S and the R now. Very similar engine. So I'm just taking the thing for a spin, and we'll see how we get on. It's, oh fuck, it's heavy. The first thing I've noticed is the gear shifter is up very high on this bike. I keep missing it, or thinking I've hit it and not hit it, in terms of the ergonomics and how I feel. It's very, very comfortable. I could easily ride this for hours and hours and hours. It's upright, my legs aren't bent too much, my back is straight, I'm not leaned over, my hands are out wide, and it's powerful. This is a powerful bike. It's wide though, that's the only thing. Like, it's a lot wider than the S1000RR, that's for sure, and it's so high up that my foot barely fits. I can't put 2 feet on the ground. And that I took off there in second, and there's plenty of torque on this bike. You can lean it over alright. It's a good bike. Very, a lot of vibrations though from the V2 straight away. I've noticed that. Oh man, I keep forgetting there's no quick shifter. So this is actually grand. Like, I'm kind of driving around. This is not city driving, I suppose, but it's kind of just driving around that local area, and it's grand. You know, it is actually. It's very comfortable, but it's big, man. This bike is big as fuck. One thing I've noticed is the button for the indicators is in an unusual position. It's actually hard for me to get to it. Like, it's kind of there. It's difficult for me to get I have to pull the palm of my thumb off to get the indicator. So me and Grumpy are just out test driving bikes today, because when we went on the holiday we noticed that camping is actually great crack, and the bikes we had weren't really suitable for camping. So Aidan had an Africa Twin, and that thing was basically a bus. He was able to carry so much stuff on it, so we were kind of jealous looking at him, and now we're kind of thinking, like, it's nice to have a sports bike to go out for a spin on a weekend, but if you want to go away somewhere and, you know, camp, you really need something like this. Do you know what I mean? Something with a high up sitting position, comfortable, can do long distances, and can carry lots of things, and is reliable. And as you'll be seeing in the earlier in the week on the Instagram, is that my S1000RR has a problem, and it failed kind of halfway through the trip, and we had to cut the trip short. You can lean her over alright. Now normally this thing can filter through here because it's quite wide, I suppose, at the moment, but any narrower, and I don't think, and if I had panniers on or boxes, I don't think I'd be filtering through that. Now, the clutch is a bit heavy. My left hand is beginning to hurt me for whatever reason. It doesn't feel heavy, but whatever way the bar is, and I'm having to hold it in, is hurting my hand. I probably shouldn't hold the clutch in then when I'm at the lights, really, should I? It's a nice noise on it. This one has an Akroprovich can on the back of it, so the noise is nicer. It is very vibraty though, that's the only thing. The V2 is, you know, there's a lot of vibrations in it. The throttle at speed is kind of a bit snatchy. It kind of feels a bit on or off. Salesman was telling me that this bike, the newer version of this bike, is a bit lower down. The seating position is a bit lower down. Seat handles down the bends. Yeah, she handles alright. It's a bit freaking leery though, leaning this thing over. It's not what I'm used to. I'm used to being a bit more close to the ground. This thing has traction control on it as well, so as far as I'm aware. Yeah, good bike. She leans over alright. Noise out of it though. I don't know if I'd be... Man, one thing I'll say is the brakes, man, although they're good, this, you can tell this machine is heavier. It takes a lot longer to stop. A lot longer to stop than the S1000 or does. Noisy as that, man. It's really loud. It's great. But I like all that noise now on a long journey. I'm not sure. I think there's a lot of, for somebody coming off a sports bike onto something like this, there's a lot of getting used to things. So if I was to buy a bike like this, there would be a learning curve, I suppose. Anyway, this is great crack. I like this bike. There's plenty of power, like. It's not sluggish at all. You can flick this thing over easy, man. I'm surprised how easy this bike is to flick over. Very surprised, actually. So this is the last bit of the test now. Motorway. What's it like on the motorway? See that there? Look, it's so easy to just flick her onto the side. Visibility is great. It's much easier to look around on these type of bikes than it is on a sports bike. So I'm tipping along now at 135 thereabouts, and it is a bit rumbly. It'd be great if this person got out of my way. For God's sake, look, people are unbelievable at driving in this country. He's insisting on going in ahead of him. One thing as well, this is a V2 in this 1290 V2 roll-on power. This thing could tow a trailer. It could. Roll-on power is crazy. So they've been 90 in 5th gear, roll on, bang, no problem at all. Doesn't matter what. That's the great thing about V2s, is it doesn't matter what gear you're in. So just coming back, yeah, the Motorway seems fine on it. It's a little bit rumbly, but I mean that could be down to the fact that it has an aftermarket exhaust on it. But I mean, all bikes are going to be loud. It's definitely not as smooth as an inline would be, but it's certainly it's certainly good to go. That's for sure. So, just as I'm pulling into the dealership, would I buy this bike? And the answer is yes. I certainly would buy a bike like this. It's a great yoke. Really, really class. It's comfortable. I could see myself riding on this for long distance. It has a luggage capacity. It's KTM. It's going to be reliable. I mean, everybody knows that these bikes are reliable. Yeah, class now. Very class. Very impressed. Let's do a bit of a walk around there.